we have Kushaan Agarwal, Get It Going, Organic Manure Pellets.
Thank you. Namaste. My name is Kushaan and my business idea is Get It Growing. Storing large bags of manure and measuring how much to put in your plants. This is no doubt an inconvenient and tedious process. We at Get It Growing aim to solve this is we've developed a product made in a small pellet form composed of cow urine, cow dung, coco peat, vermicompost, seaweed, and jaggery. All you have to do is add 3 pellets of Get It Growing to your plant, pour water over it, and your plants will grow like never before. I conducted a market research by surveying 102 housewives and concluded that 65% of people do not have a gardener and that 51% of people would buy my product due to its convenience. My strengths include that the product only has to be added every 3 months, it is 100% organic, and it's also not a very capital intensive business. Most importantly, it will help farmers by providing them an additional source of income as well. However, my weaknesses include that I have a higher price than regular manure. Nevertheless, there is an increasing number of indoor plants in the country, and my product can be easily produced and sold in retail or online. My threats include that I have to make my consumers realize the benefit of paying more. I mainly have 2 competitors, which are Lazy Gardener and regular manure. However, Lazy Gardener contains chemicals and they are priced at 3 times the price of my product. And while regular manure is cheaper, it is sold in large bags and it does not provide the additional nutrients that my product provides. I'll be selling each unit for $149. 1 unit refers to 30 pellets, which is enough for 10 plants for every 3 months. My total cost per unit will be 85, out of which 56 is the cost for the pellets and 20 is the cost for packaging. My gross profit per unit will be 64. I aim to sell 10,000 units in the first year, generating a revenue of 14,90,000, and I'll be having a gross profit of 5,50,000. Most importantly, I'll also be donating 25% of all profits to the cowshed we've partnered with. To achieve this target, I plan to employ a variety of marketing strategies such as contacting resident welfare associations, selling my product via my website and WhatsApp business. I've also identified 2 farmer markets and contacted 2 local nurseries to partner with. I'll be advertising on online platforms and I'm also in the process of completing setting up my seller accounts on Amazon and Flipkart. I'll also be selling my product on Ogao.com and advertising in Dainik Bhaskar, which is India's largest newspaper. To aid this, I'm also in the process of getting the product verified by leading lab to prove that it ensures a better growth. These are a few pictures of my product and the marketing strategies I plan to employ. Whether you're a busy professional just trying to maintain your plants or a passionate gardener who wants to see your kitchen garden grow and your flowers bloom, Get It Growing is the perfect solution for all. It's your time to get it growing. Thank you.
Excellent. Here again, I think I suffer from an inability to keep the plants alive. So I have many at home, and I think I've tried my hand at it. And I think that if this is really the answer to it, I'm 100% in, and I'm hopeful that this will help change things. How did you come up with the, I don't know if the right word is recipe for it that is required here?
Yes, so actually I've contacted a person. So with him, so it took a long process. It was a process over 6 months. So he with the help of him we researched and so because it's a really tedious process, you need to decide what composition the product needs to be. So that's why with the help of the person who's making the product, so we developed the composition.
Got it. And is it hard to get the raw materials? Is it hard to make the product? You said you partnered with a cowshed. One cowshed can make it for you. Is that right?
Yes, sir. So right now they'll only be supplying to us. So that's why we have a competitive, that's why we have an advantage as well. And the materials are not really hard to source. So that's why we won't be facing a problem in manufacturing.
How do you know that it actually will deliver the results for the plants? What gives you that confidence?
Yes, sir. So firstly, we've been testing it ourselves over the last 6 months. We've been doing test experiments, adding the product in one plant and not in the other. And so we've been seeing visible differences. And so to convey this firmly to our consumer, we're also planning to get it verified by a lab. So that lab is testing the product. They'll test it in a lab and we'll be certified as a product, which ensures a better growth.
So I and I have the prototype here, and I think it's I like the pellet size of it, but as you can see, I guess some of it has come apart in the packaging, and I think maybe that's the other thing to think about as you go forward with this, which might take the price up. But I think that you mentioned that you surveyed housewives, I guess is what you said. So I'm assuming you're trying to sell to a more affluent or richer demographic, people that are probably have money to spend and care enough about all this stuff to do it. So I might think about improving the packaging. I know that it's a prototype now, and I understand that, but I think investing a little bit in that, maybe even putting them in little packs that go for the, open this pack, put it in, although that's again wasteful in some way, shape, or form. So you may need to consider that. But I do think that packaging, to me, design, experience, that whole thing, for a product like this where the alternative is so bad, like you pointed out, the alternative is I have this bag of manure that I have to like scoop out and throw in, which is not a very attractive and nice feeling. If you're making it better, I think you can go all the way and just for a little bit more effort, make it a lot better. So maybe just think about that part of it when you get going with it.
Yes, sir.
And by the way, here again, I know some people who are doing different things in the plant space. So your info is here. I'll speak to them and see if it makes sense to connect you guys there also.
Thank you, sir. That would be great.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
John, I think it's a very interesting idea. The funny part is that most of the ideas today, I've faced personally on the problems that your children are trying to solve. I think it's a great idea, but help me understand, like, what's the quantity in your prototype? How much should a person use in a particular part of a plant? When should they use it? And you said that you have to use it once in 10 days, or what's like the period where you have to use it repetitively?
Yes, so firstly, sir, you have to, it depends on the pot size. So for pots of 6 inches, you have to add 3 pellets to your pot, and send like four pellets to pots of 8 inch or 10 inch. And so you only have to add it every 3 months. So once in 3 months. So like 3 pellets for 3 months.
I think that's fantastic because, most of us, not all, but most of us live in apartments. And when you're on a travel break, some of your plants just die. I mean, sure, water is an integral part of nurturing your plants, but I think providing them the right kind of manure is extremely important as well. So I think that's crucial. But are you educating the customers on what in your box that you send to your customers? Are you educating them on how to use, what to use?
Yes, sir. So we've included a proper manual where we'll be talking about the ingredients, where we'll be talking about, so like if you have a 6 inch pot, add these many, if you have a 8 inch, and so we'll be specifying all that, so like it's a hassle-free experience.
Got it. Okay, fantastic. I think one part where most of us get our plants from is the nurseries. So I would urge you to focus on the local nurseries and partnering with them and making them part of this process will drive sales to your business. So I think that is something that you should definitely. Yeah. Super. All the best, Kushaan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.